Welcome to the third annual ChiroThon, sponsored by the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress and hosted by the California Chiropractic Association. Tonight and all weekend, we are celebrating, elevating, educating, and supporting the chiropractic profession.
We cannot thank you enough for being here, not only in person, but all of you that are out there virtually supporting the California Chiropractic Association. My name is Dr. Mancini.
I'm Dr. Sherry McAllister, the president of the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress. This is a nonprofit organization dedicated to spreading positive press and the benefits of chiropractic care across the globe. And we will be your ChiroThon hosts all weekend long.
Well, and as you can tell, we're having a party over here and we're just getting started. So we want you to know that we want your participation all weekend long. We have so many incredible guests that we have prepared to not only educate you, but inspire you as to this thing we call chiropractic and a wellness lifestyle. Now, we could not make all of this possible without of our sponsors. So we want to shout out a great thank you to our sponsors, but also a special thanks to ChiroSecure. It was with their help that we are able to stream to all of you at home.
100% Fab, and our goal this weekend is to raise $80,000. This is the awareness and the benefits of chiropractic care because, let's face it, there's people out there that are suffering. There's people that want to prevent problems, and there's people that need to alleviate problems. We want to encourage all doctors of chiropractic. Invite your family members, invite your staff, invite your friends, your patients. Have them come to our live stream all weekend long and donate to this event.
Well, you know, one of the things that I would tell you that I did is to send an email, send a text to all of your patients and invite them to be a part of this, because this is really to create an awareness, to bring credibility to what we do every single day. And even if you're home, we want you to know, we want to hear from you. So leave your comments for wherever you're streaming from, because we want to hear, and we actually may even bring you in as somebody that can be on the show. Now, our first vignette is sponsored by Foot Levelers. Now, if you have not heard of Foot Levelers, let me tell you, they're the stabilizing orthotics that were developed by a chiropractor to treat the body as a functional unit starting from the feet. As a doctor of chiropractic, this was one of my favorite things to make sure that I scan every single one of my patients to make sure that they had an orthotic if they needed it to support the chiropractic adjustment. Now, when integrated with the chiropractic adjustment, now all of a sudden we found that we had the best results for our patients. Foot Levelers has been committing to the chiropractic profession not only through their education, their grants and donations for over 70 years. Yeah, you heard me right, 70. And that has helped chiropractic not only expand, but also the movement of wellness reach the world. For more information, I want you to go to footlevelers.com. Footlevelers.com, and you'll get all the information there. Watch this commercial.
The way you move is unique. Shouldn't your orthotic be? Over-the-counter insoles provide ineffective support. The foot will continue to get flatter with age and routine activities like walking, potentially leading to pain in the knees, hips, and back, even if there's no foot pain. Foot Levelers custom orthotics are designed to address your unique biomechanics and restore natural, healthy function of all three arches of the foot, stabilizing the entire body. To learn more about custom three-arch support, visit Foot Levelers online today at footlevelers.com.
Now, as we reminded you, and I hope you enjoyed that commercial, we are back live, and I want to remind you, you can stream with us all weekend long. You just have to go to f4cp.org/chirothon. It's happening all weekend long. Now, during this particular event, we are thrilled during the CalChiros conference to make people aware of what we're doing. And if you donate during this segment, you'll receive a signed copy of To Health With You. This is our guest book, and it's only available while supplies last, so make your donations early. And we want to thank the generosity of Foot Levelers. Every dollar during this segment will be matched, and that's epic. So if you donate $5, it turns into 10. So thank you in advance. Now, our next speaker and our guest is Nick Athens. He's a graduate of Palmer College of Chiropractic. He's dedicated his entire career to empowering individuals to take control of their health. He served as the chiropractor for the San Francisco 49ers and the San Francisco Giants, helping players manage their injuries and staying healthy. So I want to thank you for joining us today, Dr. Nick Athens.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you.
Well, many of you will know that health has to be a priority. And I want to ask and kick off, what for you, when you start to see how can being in a stressful state 24/7, like many of your athletes were,
Right.
how can that lead to a poor health outcome over time?
Well, if you look at life, just imagine just a hurricane, and people live in the outer bands of the storm instead of the center of the storm, which is the zone life or the calm state. So if you can live more of your life in your calm state, your blood pressure is lower, your sleep is better, and you're making less reactive decisions. And that's the key, because if you can make better decisions, you're not going to look for emotional. Out in the outer bands, you're drinking more alcohol, you're eating sugar, you're making bad food choices, and you're just reactive. And so if you can live in this calmer state, and stress over time, it's going to cause reactive or more quicker aging process, because it spikes cortisol levels in your blood. So if you can stay in a calmer state and live in a calmer state, or make it part of your life, and add more calm to your life, that automatically removes the stress. So if you look at scales, add more calm, removes the stress. Stress is about the past, anxiety is about the future. The brain doesn't want to be in this present moment. So if you can manage your stress, it's great for your health over time, and there's ways to do that, which we'll talk about.
Excellent.
Well, you know, one of the things that I've known Dr. Athens for many years, and I can tell you that he lives his message. But one of the things that I wanted to find out is we're living in a world where stress is so rampant everywhere. Mm-hmm. What are some of the best ways that somebody can actually find calmness, and where does chiropractic fit into that?
Great question. So a way to find calm is, first of all, movement. So if you move, your body starts circulating blood, and your body starts to circulate and detoxify. So movement is important, and that gets the dopamine and the endorphins and gets your body feeling better. You can't just be a couch potato. You have to move and swing your arms and go outside. Other ways you could do for calm is breathing, because breathing stimulates the vagus nerve. When you're in a stressful state, a lot of people don't realize they get dry mouth, because as a result of the dry mouth, you're breathing in the mouth. And so in the nose, out the mouth. That's how you blow up your lungs, is through the nose. Mouth is more shallow breathing, not enough oxygen. Again, over time, if you don't get enough oxygen, that's going to age you much sooner. It's going to keep stress in your life. So in the nose, out the mouth. Present time activities, which means you do kayaking, rock climbing, you could do walking, meditation, you could do Tai Chi in the park, swimming, going to the gym. There's so many activities to keep your brain in the moment, playing an instrument, dancing, singing. And if you do these things on a regular basis, it's going to help you stay in the moment. Your brain doesn't want to be in the moment, but you're training your body to be in a calmer state, right? Movement, laughter is great for you. Nature, sunsets, oceans, music, waves, and then chiropractic. What it does is body work. Body work is part of touch, which is part of our five senses. And if you could stimulate your body through body work, it'll actually help calm you. And calming, again, helps with aging and puts you more in that zone of the hurricane, which helps you calmer, keeps your blood pressure low, which means you get better sleep, and your health trajectory is going to be much better over time.
You know, that's what I really love, because you talked about slowing the aging process.
Right.
Now, Fab and I, we're going to get older by the time ChiroThon is over, but that's okay. We're going to slow the aging process.
Right.
So since you're our guest, I know you've treated some high-level athletes, and they too want to slow the aging process, not just for their game, but for their life, because once professional athletes are done, they in fact still have a life to live. So let's talk about slowing the aging process when it comes to flexibility training, resistance training, or what our college university students are highly into, high intensity interval training.
Right. So these are the physical attributes you could use for your body to help slow down the aging process. Flexibility, as you age, everything contracts, your muscles contract, but not only that, but your vascular system and your lymphatic system. And look at your body like an adaptive waste management treatment plant, nutrients in, waste products out, and your body adapts for survival. So flexibility, as we age, everything starts to contract. Well, our body becomes like an LA traffic jam inside, and that nobody wants to sit in a traffic jam. So you need flexibility and stretching. So, stretching should be a big part of your proactive aging program. You need to move, you need to be strong. So how do you do that? You have to have resistance training. Your body adapts to stresses you put on it. It's built to do that. So movement and resistance training should be a big part of it because it helps build the cables, and cables support the bridge. So if you can build muscles, that helps the skeletal system and helps your body move. It slows down aging. And then the high intensity interval training, which helps the heart, and the heart's the big pump. Nutrients in, waste products out again, helps the pump. And you add the nostril breathing, which helps stimulate the vagus nerve, and it gives you what's called nitric oxide, which is a powerful vasodilator. And many people who live this 24/7, I told you they're not getting proper oxygen flow, and that affects dementia and Alzheimer's, because if they're not getting proper oxygen flow over time is exposing that breathing pattern, and you're going to have your aging trajectory is going to be affected, and you're going to have a lot more health issues. So if you can add, again, the flexibility portion and do yoga, go to a gym or have resistance bands, or in your gym, maybe set up a gym for resistance training, and then do some heart rate training, whether on a bike or sprinting or swimming, or even on a trampoline. There's different ways you could do high intensity interval training. With the nostril breathing, it'll slow down your aging, and you'll have a more active life, a more fun life, that you can enjoy it as you get older with more activity.
Well, one of the things that I love about chiropractic is the fact that we are trained and conditioned to look for the root cause of a problem. Mm-hmm. And you speak about dehydration injuries. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I don't hear a lot in the world of sports, but you've been very effective in identifying perhaps a root cause that most people. Tell us a little bit. Are you seeing more of a rise in that in athletes?
Well, I see a lot of people who drink sodas, coffee, teas, and they drink Red Bulls. They're drinking other things, and they think it turns into water in the body. 70% of our body is water, so what happens is that doesn't count, and as a result of that, your body's like a sponge, and your body as a sponge should, in essence, it should be more flexible. And if water's not in the sponge, you can't bend it, turn it, twist it, and your body works in the same fashion. So if you hydrate your body, it's very important for aging, because otherwise your skin dries out. Water helps with temperature regulation, with waste removal, and again, it's all about nutrients in and getting waste products out. You want to keep the pump moving over time, and if you keep it moving over time, you're going to really slow down that aging process. So water's key, and if you feel dehydrated, just add a pinch of Celtic sea salt or pink Himalayan salt on your tongue. Keep the water in the cells, and again, hydrate you. And a lot of people get headaches from dehydration. So I really recommend for patients to hydrate, because when they're dehydrated, their body doesn't bend and turn and twist, like I said, but that could lead to an injury. So typically a dehydration injury is someone who just bent over to feed their dog, they bent over to tie their shoe, they bent over to brush their teeth at the sink, and as a result of that, they lock up their back or their neck, and that shows a dehydration injury. So a simple, normal movement that creates an injury is usually a dehydration injury. So be aware of that, and I tell patients, check your urine color. It should be pale yellow to clear.
Sure.
And that's a good way to check, to monitor yourself. So if they do that, it's a way to kind of monitor yourself. And again, always make sure you have water in your system throughout the day. Have a container.
Monitoring yourself, key to success. Now, as we go through, he said some very vital things already. He talked about Alzheimer's. We're going to have an Alzheimer's guest later.
Oh.
He talked about yoga. Don't miss tomorrow, 7:15. Right. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about yoga. And high performance, because you are training high performance athletes, which is so brilliant. And you mentioned, dehydration. Well, if you're dehydrated, it can lead to these types of injuries, which you can avoid. Prevention is key. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about another prevention strategy you haven't mentioned yet. Talk to me more about how sleep impacts your health.
Sleep is huge because your body repairs and recovers at night. And so many people, they have so many thoughts coming off their brain that they just can't calm it. They can't, your brain, they try to shut it off like a light switch or a dimmer switch, and they just can't do it. So ways to get better sleep, because we know sleep is important for your immune system. Viruses, bacteria take advantage of weak bodies. They don't take care of strong body. So the key is if you keep your body strong on the inside, it's a better force to fight outside pathogens coming at you all day long. So sleep is a big part of that. So ways to calm yourself is journaling, write down your thoughts so you don't have to spend time remembering, because many people try to remember and put it all in there, and your brain's not that great at remembering. It becomes scattered, and that's the stress response. Again, calm gives you better health outcomes. Journaling helps calm you. Now you're more organized. Breathing in the nose, out the mouth. That's more of a meditative technique, but also stimulates the nitric oxide and stimulates the vagus nerve, which is the main calming nerve of the body. Music, soft music in the background, waterfalls, raindrops, a diffuser, smell. A scent is a big calming mechanism. I also tell patients they could change their sleep angle. They could raise their angle to 30 degrees so they could get better airflow. Many patients have trouble sleeping. They get up a lot at night because they're not breathing correctly. They're mouth breathers. As a result of having mouth breathing, the subconscious brain is built to protect you. It's your natural nest cam or security system in your body. And as a result, you get up a lot, and it wakes you up so you don't get a good 6, 7, 8 hours sleep, which you should be getting for this recovery repair. So if you use more calming techniques, stretch before you go to bed. It's a good way to calm yourself. Decompress from the day, keeps your brain again in the present moment. And anything you can do to calm your body before sleep, and don't use all the electronics. Shut off the TV. Write, journal, and if you do that, practice with these effective breathing techniques, you're going to get a lot better sleep.
I was just thinking about when you read the book, you talk a little bit about accountability.
Yep.
And being able to make sure that you have a healthcare team that is well-rounded in order to slow down the aging process. When you say accountability, how should I interpret that as a patient, as an individual?
It's a great question. I feel that accountability is a big part. Athletes have coaches for a reason. And the coach gives the realistic performance, the realistic viewpoint of the athlete. And the conscious brain doesn't know fantasy from reality and perception. So the coach manages the athlete's perception. You can only imagine the chaos in pro sports without coaches. It'd be chaotic. Athletes need coaches, and I've never seen an athlete ever enter a sporting event without coaches. So coaches give the realistic opinion, and that sets the athlete up for better performance. So accountability would be using a hiking partner, someone that you depend on going to the gym with, a workout partner. Animals in nature all are together, mostly in packs. They depend on each other for survival. Geese fly in a V formation. There's less energy, 40% on their wings, so they all flock together to get to a destination with less resistance. So if you want to make life easier, then hang out with people to give you less resistance. So healthcare team, Sab, you mentioned, yoga instructor, your chiropractor, your Tai Chi class, your gym partner, your dance class, somebody that keeps you accountable, your hiking team, join a hiking club. There's ways that you can get out there and join community events that keep you on track. And you can't go through life by yourself, because if you spend time in your own brain, that fantasy voice in your brain, the perception isn't as accurate as a realistic voice, and we want to improve our health, so we need realistic voices in our life, not fantasy voices that are as inaccurate like ourselves. So always rely on, build this team, these realistic voices in your life, then take you on a better trajectory out of the rabbit hole to give you better health, better activity, more fun in life. People want more fun, and to give you the dopamine and the endorphins that we're all searching for to feel good all the time.
That's what ChiroThon is all about, having fun.
That's right.
Nick, there's something really special about the things that you're saying, because we're really talking about how do we slow the aging process? How do we increase our longevity with quality of life? And as we look through, and you've done a fabulous job to help with you, is what are some of the things that we can talk about in terms of difference between proactive and reactive aging, and how does chiropractic fit into that?
Great. I wanted to talk about this in the book, Proactive Aging, because many people at 80 years old wish they had gone back in time and done it differently. And here's if you can do it sooner in life, you can actually be like a soft landing over time instead of most people, age off a cliff. And now when the inferno happens and when they experience bad health, they want to make that change. The key is preventing that. Time exposes your decisions, and so every day matters. And if you could have a team that we talk about in the book, and you could do these proactive activities throughout your life, then what's going to happen is you're going to have a better quality of life, as I said earlier, with less breakdowns. And what happens is over time, with your health being exposed, a lot of people, these chronic conditions happen, and many people have these chronic conditions as they age, and they become immunocompromised, they have comorbidities, and if they had done these positive things earlier in life, they wouldn't be developing these and build up this Teflon on the inside to prevent these breakdowns. And I think if they did these, they're going to see a great difference over time and enjoy time with grandkids and family and travel. And I went to Europe. I was able to hike and walk, and like I said, I'm 65 now, so I'm able to get out in the communities and walk and enjoy life because taking care of my health. And I do all these proactive things in the book that I mentioned, and I practice everything I preach. And I'm not just somebody to study it, I've lived it, I've experienced it, and I've experienced what people go through coming in the office, and I want to be this venue or this channel to give a jigsaw puzzle to the world that gives them some clarity that they can understand and implement these activities also.
Well, this is very exciting, and first of all, I want to say thank you for
you.
taking your time from your busy schedule to share with us and all of our viewers that are supporting us right now, and most importantly for you that is watching. Those of you that are here at the event, I want you to know that if you want to receive your copy of the Health With You, to Health With You right now, please go to the foundation website, f4cp.org/ChiroThon. If you go there, we get registered. Any donation that you make right now, please go there right now so you can get your copy of To Health With You. This is the book you want to read. This is going to help you. And thanks again, Dr. Athens.
Thank you very much, both of you.
So as we go through ChiroThon, this is a big event. And as you know, this is part of helping a global perspective on health and wellness. The objective for the foundation is to spread the awareness of the benefits of chiropractic care. And I will tell you, it is you, the audience, that makes this happen. How do we spread the word? We have some very, very good news. We have just reported in, we've received $5,000. So yay for us. We want to thank you for those donations. They make a remarkable difference. That really is what all our health is about, is education. The more we know, the better we can do. So I want to thank you for joining our very first vignette, but please do not go far. We have so much more. We have a very short break, and we'll be back to talk about Alzheimer's disease and how you can prevent it. Thank you so much, Dr. Athens.
Thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
The way you move is unique. Shouldn't your orthotic be? Over-the-counter insoles provide ineffective support. The foot will continue to get flatter with age and routine activities like walking, potentially leading to pain in the knees, hips, and back, even if there's no foot pain. Foot Leveler's custom orthotics are designed to address your unique biomechanics and restore natural, healthy function of all three arches of the foot, stabilizing the entire body. To learn more about custom 3-arch support, visit Foot Levelers online today at footlevelers.com.